Hello everyone, this is Marianne from Revealing Light, Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you all today, wherever you are in the world when you're watching? Huge shout out to you. Thank you to those that joined the live stream that I did this week. I mean, I was like, I don't know, I think we had 3,000 at some point, either watching it or catching up to it. It was, there were a lot in the chat room. Anyway, so thank you all for joining me. I had a lot of fun. I was a bit nervous about it. For such big audiences, you always worry about trolling. You always worry about, getting, getting hit and swamped by the trolls. However, thank you to my my moderator, Lucky Girl. And to Linda G too for her connecting me with her. We were able to make it a subscriber only live stream, which prevented those that aren't subscribed to my channel, that are just lurking in that background for trolling purposes, prevented them from getting on and just wrecking it for everybody, including me. Because when you see a really nasty comment in real time, it really does deflate you. And when you're reading, your energy's high. It's got to be high. And that's why at the end of those big readings, I just, get so exhausted. So thank you to Linda G and Lucky Girl. And thank you to those that showed up. Thank you that are viewing it after. I'll try and do them a bit more regularly. If you're not subscribed, I think it's about, there's a fair few, I think maybe 25% aren't subscribed. That's okay. You do whatever you want to do. But if you want to get to those live screams, let's hope they're not that, live streams, you will have to subscribe. And then adjust your notifications. If you're like me, you don't want things coming through all the time. You want to be able to pick and choose. I probably shouldn't be saying that to you. But just adjust your notifications so you get notified about the content that you need to hear about. And if it's live streams, then you click into live streams, the YouTube algorithm hopefully will give you that notification. Alrighty, thank you for that. And to the donations. I mean, I just did it to say thank you, and then people were donating, and I'm thinking, hang on, you don't have to. But I really appreciated them because, like everybody else, it's financially, we're all doing it a little bit tougher than what we normally would. Now, on that, I do want to, so this reading, I just want to look at, there was a couple of questions from my European viewers around, will Ukraine be allowed into the EU? I mean, I would have thought it was an open and shut book, really, but let's take a look at that. I do want to, a judge has refused in the US, he's more than a rabble-rouser, he's a complete lunatic, Steve Bannon, who was an advisor to the ex-president, that he's they're going to keep going. He had with that case. We want to see if he's going to jail on his contempt of Congress charge. I mean, something karmically around his big mouth needs to happen, doesn't it? Or probably will happen. And then I'm going to just look at in the US whether or not Republicans are paying attention to this. My feeling is that the kind of, what would I call them? Establishment Republicans and their donors, who are also Republicans, don't want to see another term of the ex-president Trump. And so in a way, they're using all of this, like in a way, we're allowing Ukraine to try and stop Russia. We're helping them bring forward another candidate that's not Trump. So they're trying to break his hold on the Republican Party. And I said that a year ago. I also said straight after January 6th, there'd be two things happening. Something around the money and fraud, and also civil suits, mega civil suits would come forward. Now, we don't hear much of that, but they're also progressing against the ex-president for his role in January the 6th. All right, so let's start with Ukraine. Now, another question I'll put in there is around these food shortages. A solution is sort of being brought forward. Well, it is being brought forward, but it's whether it will be quick enough to put grain silos on the border of Ukraine and Poland, and some in Poland as well, so that if Russia bombs those temporary silos, they wouldn't be expanding themselves into NATO territory. So let's have a look here. You know, this is tipping points all over the world, isn't it? In Australia, our energy market has failed, and our government regulator has had to come in and take over the market. Why? Because we had almost a decade of Tory government inaction all across the board, and our gas corporations would rather sell gas for high prices overseas than supply to the domestic market. Our coal-fired stations are undergoing maintenance. Nobody wants to operate them anymore because they're expensive. And so we supposedly diversified into gas. Well, we found out that the gas-fired, coal-fired stations running on gas to generate the electricity, they were holding back the gas to supply it overseas for big dollars. So that's how privatizing and allowing the market forces to just go wherever they go. The end result is our energy market has failed here in Australia. Hopefully we're going to avoid blackouts, but let's see. Thankfully, we've got another government that seems more competent, you know, taking the politics out of it. Thank God that last one is gone. Scotty from marketing. All right, EU. Back to the reading. This is a long preamble, but there you go. All right, EU. Will Ukraine please show me beautiful Ukraine? Will Ukraine be able to... Let me just cut this deck. I'm using the Illuminati deck. Will Ukraine be able to join the EU? Will Ukraine be able to join the EU? Ukraine. Have a seat at that table. Will it be allowed to join? I've got a star. A star. So we have 5 of Pentacles. That would be a no, but it's only the signifier card. It's only the first card out. 5 of Pentacles talks, you know, when you read on Ukraine, this energy is terrible, and there's a reason. Russia stole its grain, held up the Black Sea, they couldn't sell any grain. You know, 5 of Pentacles loss. But we also have, interestingly, crossed by the Wheel of Fortune. Now that is interesting. Okay, so this is their position, but it could change. The third card out is Judgment, which is an inevitability. That is at the foundation. It talks about endings of cycles and new ones beginning. I love to see that card. Now I've got 2 really karmic cards here. Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's see what's at the back. The King of Cups. Now, this would be emotional maturity, emotional wisdom. It's in the past. It's also my card for Biden. He's a Scorpio. But this is around rulers that can see the bigger picture. Ukraine is extremely rich once it pushes back Russia, because I've always seen Ukraine prevailing. It's now a question of what territory, or if any territory, gets lost to Russia. But Ukraine will prevail. Ukraine is rich in a lot of resources. And so in the past, so we've got some kind of maturity coming in here, some wisdom coming in here to see Ukraine prevail. Will they be able to join the EU? In the sky, we have the Prince of Pentacles. This is sustainability, reliability. It's slow. It reminds me of that in the midst of an invasion, they're still ploughing their fields and harvesting their wheat crops, even as the bombs are going on around them. And now, hopefully, being able to get their grain out. In the immediate future, we have the Chariot here. Now I'm feeling a bit more confident. Four of Cups. Now, we have great disappointment, but you see that King of Cups is offering a hand here, offering a cup. So they've lost so much, but we've got something else being offered to them. Nine of Wands. Okay, so this is the energy surrounding this question. Barriers, guardrails, weary after battle, but a guardrail being offered to them. In the hopes and fears, we have justice. This is only in the hopes and fear position. If ever another karmic card comes up, it would be justice. So we all hope that they will be. The outcome card is the Princess of Cups. So this is something that surprises us. It's also an offer. Again, that Four of Cups, that cup being offered. Let's see what's clarifying it. Yeah, King of Wands, bravery, stepping forward. These are good outcome cards. We also have the Seven of Swords here, which of course is not unanimous. There's not a unanimous, I guess, decision here because people are holding back, probably beholden to Russia and Russia's resources. But it's only a clarifying card to the Princess of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords, so we have the ending of some kind of cycle here. Let's see what's at the base of the pack. Of course, they're going to defend themselves. Of course, these cards are going to come up. We have reunification. We have a lot of Wands energy here. And we have the Magician or the Alchemist. I'm going to draw a clarifier on that Prince of Cups. It looks like an offer. Do they get provisional membership? Can they do that? Is that what they do? Is there a process where they can do that? It looks like that something will be offered to them. And we've got the King of Wands. So it does start a journey, but there are detractors and there are behind the scenes kind of sabotage almost going on. The energy's not real good there. Let's have a look. Princess of Cups. You know, EU has its own problems as much as everybody else in terms of unity and a consensus on a pathway forward. The Princess of Cups, something being offered. We have the Ten of Cups. That's good. That's a family card. Show me some clarification, please. Okay, so we have here the Temperance card, moderation. We have here the Hanged Man, pausing, suspension. Maybe we're not given the answer straight away, but we then have the Ace of Rods. We have, obviously, death and a spiritual kind of aspect to all of oversighting all of this. So I'm going to say, do they get provisional? Do they get provisional membership? I don't know how it all works. It looks like this question, even if it's delayed, they end up with something. I'm just going to put it like that. But I do see some detractors here that obviously are acting from a position of cowardice or a position of needing to appease Russia for whatever the time being is. But ultimately, I think they do get membership. All right, let's go to that terrible former advisor, megaphone mouth, Steve Bannon. Oh, he's terrible. Threatening to impeach Merrick Garland. I mean, this is just straight out abuse of power. He got a pardon for fraud charges. Queen of Cups, interesting. Something, that Queen of Cups comes out all the time. Something revealed about Steve Bannon. He is under... Well, he's been indicted for contempt of Congress. The judges said, no, we're going to proceed. We're going to proceed with your case, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon, does he go to jail on this contempt of Congress charge? I didn't think he would to begin with, but now I'm not so sure. Does Steve Bannon go to jail? Ah, the alchemist. The magician. Ooh, okay, so it's a strong yes at this stage, and we've got this Princess of Cups coming up again. A bombshell surprise. I think, whereas before he may not, I don't know, the courts are going to be very sympathetic at this point to anyone involved in that insurrection. Let me just put that back because that just came up. We'll go in order. So the foundation of this reading is the Prince of Swords. I'm thinking yes. Getting a strong feeling with this flow of cards. Seven of Cups, illusion and delusion is in the past. I'd say that's probably, remember the reading I did, Cosmic Battle? Truth versus illusion, delusion. Two of Cups in the sky, who he was committed, who he was contracted to. This is obviously who he was part of that coup attempt. Four of Pentacles, holding back the information. I think he ought to shut up. I think he should get himself, as they said, a good effing lawyer. 10 of Cups in the here and now. That's unity. That's kind of like a family. That's the American voters. We've got the Eight of Wands, things coming through very, very quickly. I like these two cards. It's a good energy here in the here and now. It won't be just one indictment for him at the end of the day. The Fool card in the here and now. New starts. He represents the old way. We're hoping for these new starts. Now, that's a very clear yes. When you get an ace in the outcome, that's a yes. Clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. Now, he could be... Nine of Pentacles. It was always about the money for Steve Bannon. That's what his original fraud charge was. I know what this is telling me. That pardon that he got on fraud charges, I think they're going to find another way of coming at him. Five of Swords, abuse of power. He is definitely going to be one of the ones that's going down. Eight of Cups. All right. Of course, the focus is on Giuliani and Eastman. I've already spoken about both of them. I said maybe, I don't know, a few months ago that the focus would be on Trump, on the ex-president's lawyers and their role in things. Of course, much has been made of Eastman. I mean, it's just so damning, isn't it? It is just so damning. Apparently, there's talk Trump could be charged for wire fraud. We might just go there first. Remember, of course, I saw something around the donations he was raising. Will Trump be charged? I think Merrick Garland's going to go there. I think he definitely is going there. So, will Trump be charged also with wire fraud? All right, so decisions to be made. Obviously, you don't charge an ex-president easily. Queen of Wands here. This is, of course, the January 6th committee. Of course, we've got the star at the table. Also for Ukraine. There's a lot of that star around at the moment. We've got the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I think I've always seen that the DOJ has this kind of board with all the evidence, like you would see in one of those FBI movies. They're kind of looking at all the evidence. And it's led by a woman. Princess of Pentacles. The money is in the sky. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the immediate future. So the Queen of Pentacles can be male and female. It's about having or bringing in resources. And we've got the Ten of Wands. It's not easy for anyone. That's why the star's here. It's not easy for anyone, but the star is here. And we have the King of Wands, which of course is the courts. And we have the Princess of Wands in the hopes and fears. We've got Pentacles and Wands on the table. We're hoping that the indictment will be there. And the outcome card is the Eight of Pentacles. So, I mean, the reason the Pentacles are on the table is because it does deal with wire fraud. This is around the work that was done to bring that campaign online, that supposed marketing aspect. Here's the Three of Pentacles. I knew it. It just speaks to this, and here she is. So, these are the outcome cards. Here's the potential of what's crowning the reading, the money that he brought in. And look at this. The Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. You know what this is telling me? That those that fundraised off the big lie could well, where they knew, and this would be Congress people, I think, when they knew and they were told by credible sources that this was a big lie. We're going to see wholesale charges here. The world, yes, endings and beginnings. It's big when that comes up. Justice, it's even bigger when that comes up. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Something is ending. And we've got another major arcana. The Ace of Swords. And the Tower. My goodness me. Not just him, but others that fundraised when they knew it was a lie. When they'd been advised it was a lie, who fundraised off the big lie. You can't charge the president without charging them as well. Okay, I'm probably going to leave it there. We've got other hearings coming up this week. Let's see what they bring forward. We have another $1 billion in arms and weapons going to Ukraine. And we have, I think, more stuff going from the EU to Ukraine. They're mobilizing now because what's going on in eastern Ukraine. And we'll do another reading on that again soon. Now, when there could be a delay, there could be some kind of provisional membership, I don't know. But when Ukraine gets good news about membership to the EU, I will come on and we will hopefully do a live again, if it's like a little way away. All right then, thanks again for your donations and your support, and bye for now.